Yeah, but then I gotta connect it to another plug, don't I?
You really like your Alexa.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you. It was on a sale.
Yeah. Steph sent a message to our group chat. Like, ooh, Alexa's like 99 cents.
Technically.
99 cents with the subscription to Amazon Music Unlimited for $7.99.
Yeah. So you just get that to get it for 99 cents, and then you just cancel it.
Yeah, you just cancel immediately, and then it's fine.
The whole concept of like the Alexa, like the home computer thing is a thing I have not quite
embraced.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. The same goes for texting and smartphones.
Yeah.
Like, I must just be getting to that point, texting is old now. But I guess I'm just going to be that guy who is not always going to jump on the new technology. Because I never do. Yeah. I never do.
Like, I never try to either. Because the first thing that gets me is money. But when it's a sale, I'm like, dude, guys, it's $10.
Granted. And yeah, it sounds like a great deal. And I'm sure it doesn't do like everything if they're willing to give it away for 99 cents. But it does do things. It does, like you say, like control your lights and like shit and like whatever you kind of hook up to it.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's not a fear. I don't worry about it listening to me or anything like that.
I want it to hear.
I want it to know.
I want it to hear so it can show me all these good deals that are always online.
Exactly. That's why now I'm on my on all my social medias. I get like 8 million ads for different Bluetooth wireless earbuds.
Because you searched once.
Yeah, and I'm all about it because I want to get some.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like I've said, I do not mind targeted ads.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. If you're going to use my search information to target things that I would like, cool. I may find something I like. I also don't have a problem with like impulse buying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, the thing is with like an Alexa is pretty much the same as smartphones and the same with texting. Like, we're good where we're at. Why do we need to like bring in this new like laziness to it?
Because more better.
I mean, my laziness is way lighter than what it could be. It's more or less for
you're not as lazy as you could be, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I already told you how my light switch in my room is connected to the fan and not a light. Mm-hmm. So I manually have to turn on my light.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to just say, Alexa, light on or light off. And then when I say, Alexa, good night, it automatically starts up my Spotify sleep playlist, so I could just lay there and sleep.
Like these are neat.
Yeah.
But to me, they're like novel neat.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like, like this is going to change my life. Now, with that said, when I started texting, which, because I was kind of dating a girl, is the whole reason why I started texting at all. And
That's fair.
With a smartphone, where just a friend of mine gave me her like iPhone 2, and it's just one of those things that once you do it, your life has changed forever.
Yep.
Like you do not go backwards. Yeah. And I would assume it would be the same if I got an Alexa and if I got it to like hook up so I could just give it key commands and it would just do things for me that would be neat. My life's changed forever. I will get an Alexa for every room and one in my car. Like that's I feel
I haven't gotten that far.
And like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like I said before, like weirdly I feel at every moment I'm like, good, we've hit like the perfect balance of technology and humanity. And then, like, I get into a new thing 3 years late.
It's a slippery slope. Every time you just a little. All right, fine. I'll allow this.
Yeah,
I'll allow that. Next thing you know, you're a cyborg.
That's right.
Singularity.
That's right.
Like I already have one. I picked up a second one.
Okay.
So I could put it on the other side of the room.
Yep, I'm getting my third one.
Because I have 2 doors, and I usually use my speaker to block out whatever noise is coming from my room out the door.
Like when you take
we hear
dumps.
you.
Yeah.
We hear
so
you.
then
wink wink.
Yeah. So then now I have one to put next to the TV and the other room. Mm-hmm. So now it's double the noise and surround sound speakers.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Exactly. Double mint gum.
Double noise canceling.
Well, I also like it because it will kind of like drown out Kyrie's night noises while also having the noises. Hey, my bed don't make that noise, okay? It's more of a plasticky ruffle.
Because you got
because I have
Casper.
I have a bed protector. I have one of those bed protectors.
I know it. Yeah.
So it just sounds like
just get
plastic.
one that doesn't make that sound.
Like you're fucking in a Vaughn's bag.
But it doesn't. I mean, yeah.
Like if you're trying to move at all wearing like a windbreaker.
Well, because that's true. Well, because, no, I think I have both. Specifically, because my mattress is like one of those, it's not memory foam per se, but it is foam.
Sure.
And I don't like how that can get dirty.
Fair.
Yeah.
And plus, that bed has been...
Who knows where?
It's been
that bed has
around.
been passed around from the first friend who gave me it. Then it became my bed. Then it became no, before it was your bed, it was someone else's bed.
Oh yeah.
You're further down the line.
Yeah,
it was
true.
someone else's bed.
I was like number 4.
Then it went to Jordan for
yeah.
And then it went back to
and
me.
That's why you get
So
a
it was
bed
5
cover.
beds later.
That's why you get
So
a
I
bed
have
cover.
double the bed cover.
And that's why we've moved away from spring mattresses, because that thing, it's still good.
Just wore out.
Yeah.
It's more the springs out.
Yeah, if anything,
Hate
I just
spring
bent one
mattresses.
of the bars for the bed frame. Because if I sit on one corner of the bed, I just sink in. That should be the corner. That should be the bed that's in the corner that I don't ever use. Or I could keep it there so I don't
in the
ruin
same
it.
room that you do use?
Huh?
As opposed to the other bed in the same room that you do use?
You said
Oh, no, I took out that second
That should
bed.
be the bed in the corner.
Sorry, that should be the
Like a guest
side
bed.
that I turn
Oh, okay.
so that...
Yeah, flip your
on
mattress, girl.
I
Damn.
know. Yeah. It's not the mattress. It's the
the box spring.
the box spring.
Oh,
One of those dented in. So,
damn.
I know, right?
Getting crazy
It's okay.
there.
It's 5 people later. I mean, it was just the corner of the bed.
That sound funny to you, too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The corner of the bed?
No, 5 people later.
Oh, yeah. It was 5 people later, you know? Many people have been on that bed.
Speaking of people stuff, I think you have a problem.
With beds?
No, with people.
Yeah, like with identifying people's faces.
White people
Yeah.
specifically.
Specifically white people's faces.
Why? Whose face did I mix up now?
Pauly
Plenty.
Shore and Freddie Prinze Jr.
For one.
Kid
guys said they
Rock
kinda
and
look
Sean,
alike.
And Sean Bean. They don't, though. That's the thing.
They kind of look alike.
They don't, though. That's the thing.
Maybe if you're drunk.
Maybe that's the perception that I have. Remember how I told you I was telling Jordan in the car that I have really big arms, and he goes, "You don't though," and I was like, "Yeah, I do," because in the mirror I see them and they're huge.
You want to see?
Well,
Maybe I have
things-
body dysmorphia.
Things
how
in mirror are larger or closer than they seem.
Look how big my arm
That's
is.
how my arm looks like to
Look at
me.
the guns on Jordan.
No, my arm.
That's
is
how my
actually
arm
huge.
looks like to me.
No, your arm is not this big at all.
Jordan's got some 22-inch
I
pythons.
think I have face dysmorphia. Right? Did I see it a weird way?
No.
No,
I think most people just say body dysmorphia in general.
Okay. Body dysmorphia.
but you have face blindness.
That too.
Yeah, you also have face blindness.
You're
For white
Is that
people.
kind of what happens?
You're-
Because I think I'm really big. I think I'm really wide.
You're like what's her name from Dead Like Me, the main girl, something Muth.
Georgia?
Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah, her name is Georgia, but
Georgia.
but the actress is something Muth.
Oh, the actress.
Yeah.
I don't
She's
know.
fun. I like her.
Anyway, she was in a couple episodes of Hannibal, the TV show.
I
And
only got to episode
She had a
3.
condition where she could not see faces. It was just looked like a blur to her.
Faces don't look like a blur to me. They just
I've
look
heard. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
interesting.
I've heard Brad Pitt has face blindness. Like he can't
Does
tell
he?
people apart. I don't know. Like the concept of face blindness is one I take with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I think some people are just bad at remembering things,
Yeah.
That too.
and among those things, specific faces would be among them.
They should probably eat more crow because crows remember people's faces.
Like, what's his name? What's his name? Patrick Swayze, to me,
Oh god.
is a softer, nice version of, what's his name? From Death Proof.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell and Patrick Swayze look
Swayze
identical.
is the soft version of Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Okay, I thought she said the other way around.
No, yeah, it's definitely not the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't know, let me marinate on that for a second.
Kurt Russell and Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, the soft version of Kurt Russell.
Yeah, because Kurt Russell looks like the mean brother. If they were twins.
The mean brother of Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what really
the more tough.
What's really being the blockade between the two is the shape of their heads. Kurt Russell has a very like wide square head, and Patrick Swayze had a more narrow, longer head.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So like the two of them, they're not morphing for me.
It's more or less just the faces. But then again, anyone can look the same if they look tired or they look awake.
The head also matters for the face.
That's fair. Another one that I would get mixed up was the love interest of what's his name in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Orlando Bloom?
Yeah, the love interest of
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley and Winona Ryder.
Okay, that one that's
no.
Them
like I honestly thought you were going to say,
and there's someone else
Keira
to add
Knightley
to that list.
And Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. Oh yeah,
that too.
They are head swaps.
Because
them three.
They played the same similar character in Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Keira Knightley was her like body double.
Yeah.
And then Katy Perry, Zooey Deschanel, and
Lily Collins.
And no, the girl who plays Rashida Jones.
Whoa! Back it up.
Wait, say that all again.
Rashida Jones, and then
Do you know
Zooey Deschanel.
do you know
Yes,
who-
I do. She's the
Rashida Jones.
yeah. That makes my shit motherfucking tizite.
Okay, yeah, no, that's from a Dave Chappelle
That's
sketch.
Rashida Jones.
Yeah, but really?
Yeah, because there was one where they all were together, and then they said a lot of people said they were head swaps.
Rashida Jones is half black, and the other two are mounds of snow.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why we're confused.
Yeah, that's why
don't know.
we're questioning whether you know who Rashida Jones is.
Yeah, I know who Rashida Jones is.
Apparently you do.
Yeah.
Do you know who Katy Perry is?
Yeah,
And
swish swish bish. No, I know who
that's
she
the
is.
song.
That's
the song.
actually.
Oh,
the
okay,
song.
okay.
But I know who Katy Perry is.
And Zooey Deschanel.
Mm-hmm. New girl.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll give you Katy Perry and Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can be very similar.
It's odd, but I've seen Rashida Jones thrown in that mix too. I thought it was odd.
Jordan,
too.
you just had a picture of her up. Do you see it at all?
No, I'm trying to get like a comparable picture of
Like the three of them in one? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zooey Deschanel's so cute.
She is.
I know.
All right, so this is why
She's adorkable.
This is why
Apparently
I
when
specifically I actually messaged Jordan earlier today. I'm like, hey, we have to remember to talk to Steph about her racial face blindness.
Excuse me.
Because of the Sean Bean and the Pauly Shore from the last couple of weeks. But then on the other hand, like you picked out Cuba Gooding Jr. and his brother right away. Like their faces, you could tell like, oh, these two are related.
Yeah.
Not the same, related, but all these white people, they're like, oh, they're the same person. Okay, all right. Jordan is showing me a side-by-side of Zooey Deschanel and Rashida Jones. And I get it.
They're not identical.
They're not identical, and like I don't think I would ever confuse one for the other, but they have some specific facial features that are similar. Cheeks, nose, mouth, it seems maybe.
I think they both smile without showing teeth.
She has teeth right here in this photo that you gave me.
I wasn't looking at the picture, really. I was more reading the headline because apparently
it's more or less how they're styled.
Well, hang on. Apparently, Zooey Deschanel and Rashida Jones are in a movie together where they're lesbians, and I need to watch this movie
For art's sake.
for art's sake.
Yeah,
yes.
for art's
That's
sake.
how I felt about
Because
who
I
was
love
the
both
other
of them.
couple who was in a movie together and they act like they're lesbians also. It's gonna bug me.
Wait, what?
Zoe Saldana
Okay.
and somebody else, Mila Kunis. They're love interests of each other, And then
what movie is this?
I forget, but one of them gets finger banged in a library.
For art's sake.
I watched it.
What's that about a library?
They get finger banged in a library.
Okay.
I say library. It's not the right way.
A library.
Okay, what do you call the red berry with the green top?
A strawberry.
Okay. And you get books from
A library.
Okay.
Fuck him, library.
Library.
It's library, guys.
It's a library, and it's nuclear.
Nuclear. I say nuclear.
There's a joke in Scrubs where a character keeps saying library, and then a character's face gets really red. Like, oh, you're as red as a strawberry. He gets even more mad.
Strawberry.
Like Cool Whip.
That's like encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia. The Renaissance.
The Renaissance Fair. Oh, Renaissance Fair. It's actually Renaissance.
God, Ted Mosby was the worst character.
You were actually.
Everyone compared me to Ted. I know.
Yeah.
Is that why you hate him so
Yep.
much?
Yeah.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Jordan was
I
Ted.
hate that mirror.
And in New Girl, Jordan's Nick.
Ay, Dios mío. Nick is the
I know who Nick is.
Okay, yeah. Jake Johnson.
Yeah, I know. I like Jake Johnson.
Yeah,
I'm mulling it over. I'm mulling it over.
Love that show.
I mean, it would have been racist if you said I was Winston. So I'm definitely not Schmidt. So that's clearly David.
Yeah, that's David. Yeah, you're not Winston, and I never thought of you as Coach either. But you've always been Nick to me.
But you don't like to me. Like, yes, you're clearly not either of those two. But you don't also have to be in it.
Yeah. But you ever do that thing where you and your friends sit around like, oh, I'm this character in that movie. I'm this character in this movie.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Wow.
No.
That's fun.
Dude, we used to pick characters. It didn't have to be like, oh, Jordan's the token black person. It was never like that.
But it was always like that.
But sometimes you would pick the person.
Yes.
I mean, I was
like
what's her name?
Stay Alive.
Yeah.
It's a video game where it's a
Have you
movie
seen that
about
one?
a video game where people.
I thought you guys were talking about the movie.
Yeah, it's a movie where if you die in the video game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
And like in the first 10 minutes, it's like a dude that looks like Greg Giraldo. He's in it and he dies immediately. Like, oh, that's my character. Then he just dies like, well, I'm out of this one, guys.
And then there was also Frankie Muniz in there.
And Sophia Bush, the
I don't remember
black-haired
who she
girl.
is. The what?
The black-haired girl.
Oh, the main chick.
Yes.
Yeah. We also did the same thing to See No Evil, which featured Kane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's on my
That
list.
was
I think it's on Amazon. Like I plan to watch it. Like I went through a run of watching like WWE films that were streaming.
Yeah.
So like I've seen Dean Ambrose in whatever cop movie thing he was in.
Did you watch
I watched one of the Marines.
the Steve Austin?
I've seen Steve Austin.
Which one was that called? It was like it was essentially.
There's a couple of them.
It was basically Battle Royale.
Yeah, it was Battle Royale, but
I saw
convicts. I think.
Yeah.
Right? Forgot what it was called.
Condemned? No.
Yes.
Condemned.
Yes,
Is it Condemned?
I'm pretty sure it is Condemned.
Yeah.
But yeah, See No Evil wasn't streaming at the time. It is right now, and I think
I would watch it again. It's been a long time since we watched that. At least high school.
Glenn Jacobs was on Raw like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, didn't he get defeated by The Fiend?
Well, it wasn't in a match, but yes.
Yeah.
Glenn
Jacobs is Kane.
Yeah, that's Kane's real name. He's the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Like sitting mayor right now.
Actual mayor voted in. He quit WWE. He retired from WWE and is a Republican mayor.
Did he get fan votes?
I'm sure he did.
Probably.
Oh, he totally did.
So
I
just
don't,
like
it's
Arnold Schwarzenegger
machine.
It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger moment.
I mean, to a much smaller scale, yeah, probably. He was showing R-Truth around Knoxville.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of like the tour of a couple like key scenic places, he like trips R-Truth because R-Truth is the 24/7 champ at the time.
Yeah.
Becomes 24/7 champ. Then later that day, something happens to him. I think he loses it, and right after he loses it, the Fiend pops up.
Yeah.
And puts the mandible claw on him, and I say because the Fiend was just mandible clawing everybody who came to visit for a couple of weeks. So like Mick Foley got it, which is just ironic.
Yeah, I mean, that's his move.
Yeah. Guys, Crown Jewel is coming up next Thursday. What a pile of shit.
No one cares about that.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every
Crown
time
Jewels is.
It's the one they do in Saudi Arabia.
It's the one where, Saudi Arabia gives a whole bunch of money. We're going to do a show there.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, but wasn't there issues where like no women was allowed and like
yes,
which I think still applies.
So no female
wrestlers. Yep.
And they get a grip of money for that.
Yep.
Still,
yeah, Vince McMahon
and they
is
also
lining his pockets,
and they also just seem to get whatever they want. Like it, along with, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money to do a show here for a bunch of our guys who are not going to be interested during the matches. They're just going to sit on their couches and fuck off.
Yep.
But we also want these specific matches.
Yeah.
This is always when you get like weird matchups that have no bearing on anything. They've got Hulk and Ric Flair. Now, of course, these two geriatrics aren't going to wrestle.
Yeah.
But
because they're, no offense, old.
Old as fuck. Offense implied.
Okay.
Yeah. But they each have a team. So there's Team Hulk and Team Flair. And they're going to fight with Hulk and Flair as coaches.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to take a bump, but there might be like a little roughing up or something.
Is there random drama that they add on to just make it more?
Yeah. They started a couple weeks ago, Hulk and Flair in the ring, like if I could get you one more time, brother, just one more time, I'd send you through the ropes or whatever. I don't give a fuck about these fucking two.
Yeah.
Like, legacies aside, Flair's now much better looking than Hulk's. Neither one of them an angel.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And these fucking Saudi Arabia shows, every time they come around, which is like more than like maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
Every time it comes around, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just don't want to support wrestling, or maybe I just don't want to support WWE.
We've watched it one time, haven't we?
I think we watched the first one.
Yeah,
one of them. I remember one of them we did.
Like, I like professional wrestling still.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan, but I don't like this. I don't like how you can be bought.
Yeah.
I like to think that for the most part, like, your choices are primarily your own, bad as they may be.
Yeah.
But the fact that like somebody who half the roster like would not choose to go to.
Yeah.
Some of them straight up say no. Like, you'll never see John Cena there.
Oh, because he just doesn't want to.
He's not doing it. No. The first one was John Cena, AJ, and like Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, yeah.
Like they would not go.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's a bullshit event. I hate it.
When they do
and nothing's going to happen.
They just take the hit of not getting paid because they don't go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all contractors, so
yeah. Yeah.
Good for them to just not want to go.
Braun Strowman's going to fight some championship boxer.
Oh yeah, I saw.
He's the guy with the sword on his stomach.
No, that's Brock. Brock is going to fight some guy he fought back in the UFC.
Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
They're bringing just more UFC dudes and more non wrestlers into WWE.
Yeah. Which is bullshit, because WWE, professional wrestling, is a performance.
Yeah.
And you get these fucking meatheads who can't perform.
Yeah.
That's why Brock has Paul Heyman. Because Brock can't cut a promo. So you put him with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Because, I mean, a large part of wrestling is improv. Because, like, when people go up on the mic and they just start saying stuff, off the top, like, they're just making stuff up as they go.
They have a guideline. Sometimes they have specific things to say, but yeah, there's also a lot of improv.
I'm going to eat from the box.
Yeah, go for it. Get some out of it. Oh, yeah, I want to mention Steph had a Corona, so she's drunk.
Yeah, she is.
I know, it's already faded.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like, me and alcohol. Sorry. Yeah. Me and alcohol's weird. It like hits really hard, and then it just either sticks with me or it's just fucking gone. Like right now, it's gone. I'm just hot.
And it's hot in the room.
It is pretty hot in the room.
What was that freaking no gallbladder? That's just like real weird when it wants to break down stuff.
I'm sorry, what was it?
I don't have my gallbladder. I don't know.
Just making sure I heard you right.
Yeah. That's what the doctor said. He
How
just
come,
said,
how come there's no guy bladder?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't.
Sexist.
Racist.
Oh, this is basically Hello Panda.
It is totally Hello Panda.
Yeah. If you're gonna have something, say it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tell us what it is, and then at some point, just tell us how it is. We don't need to make bits of it.
How was your weekend, Anthony?
Busy.
There you go.
To start Saturday.
Saturday.
Did you do anything Friday?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, we could sum up our Friday. It's really not that much.
It's
Jordan went to a dispensary. Finally.
That's right.
in San Diego.
I remember hearing about that and how I wasn't invited.
That was on Friday?
Yes,
Yeah.
because on Saturday,
Saturdays when we did all the
your guys'
stuff.
balls over it.
I thought we did all that on Saturday.
No, because on Saturday we did a lot of stuff. That was one dispensary. We also went to one on Friday.
Yes, okay.
We also went to Bobo's for Jessica's birthday.
Yes.
Previous guest about a month ago, Jessica.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
She's
League
not listening.
alum.
That one was fun.
League alum.
And then we watched
League All-Star.
Yeah.
we watched In the
They should come
Tall
on twice
Grass.
to be an All-Star.
Yes, we did watch In the Tall Grass.
That
What did you
Stephen
say?
King movie.
They should be on twice before they're an All-Star.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So, all right, In the Tall Grass. How is that?
So Friday we watched 1 hour of it
Okay. That's not
and
a good
realized
sign.
there was a whole other
No,
hour.
It's a really long movie.
It's a long movie.
It's
2
straight-
hours?
It's straight up 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
That's a movie.
Yeah, no, but like
Is it like feel long?
like at that point, I felt like a lot of stuff happened.
Uh-huh.
Then I paused it. It was like, there's still an hour left.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause-
how much more of this movie can there be?
We were already really tired,
yeah,
and I was just
yeah.
like, it's 10 o'clock.
Is it,
I'm
is
tired.
it way more than what the previews show?
I didn't even see the previews.
Okay. Well, the previews just pretty much show them running around a corn maze and they can't get out.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
more.
that's the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Got
but there's a reason for it.
Sure,
and
sure.
Yeah, because it's Stephen King.
Yeah, but it was just interesting because it was like, that was all happening. And then I was like, oh, I'm tired. We could just watch the rest tomorrow. And it was like, we have a whole hour
That's it.
of movie tomorrow. And then Saturday was just errands. Us going on the many trips to find Jordan in a costume.
Yes,
Did you find one?
I did.
What are you
going
gonna
to do?
And where are you going to do it?
What?
What are you going to do and where are you going to do it?
Oh, yeah, it's already going to be passed by the time people
Yeah.
do it. So we're throwing. A party's being thrown for my birthday this weekend.
Yay.
I couldn't really find a costume, so I'm going to be Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
I want to try this.
Did you get like...
I got a onesie.
Okay, I was going to ask.
That
That was exactly what I was going to ask.
we're crafting the tail for it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to be Velma.
Right on.
I got
Scooby-Doo.
everything.
Nice.
I tried on my wig,
Oh, wig and all.
and it's interesting.
How so? Is it
Because
just...
I can't pull off... I don't think I could pull off a bob.
You can.
Okay. I just
Jordan-
thought I would
Jordan
have a
says you can.
round head, so then I thought it would just flare my round
Well,
head even more.
Do you have a picture? You have a picture to put on Instagram for all to see?
For the gram?
Yes, I
You know
did.
that thing we never do?
Oh yeah, that too. But I went out. Yeah, I got the wig and a skirt, and actually we ran into Rebecca at Forever 21.
League All-Star Rebecca Darling.
League
Yes,
All-Star.
yes. Yeah, we ran into her, and then
Her
I was
self-titled
like,
album on streaming services.
Oh, there you go.
Listen to it now.
"Yeah," I was like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I'm trying to find a costume." And then I was
Just in
like,
your neighborhood.
That's what she said too. She literally said that. She was like, "You're in my neighborhood. What are you doing here?" And I was like, trying to buy stuff for a costume. And she's like, "What are you going to be?" And I was like, "Velma." And she's like, "I was going to be Velma." And I was like, "Then buy the sweater." Because I found the sweater we need.
Did you two like meet in the store when
Yeah.
you both grabbed the same
Oh,
sweater?
no.
And then like, Stephanie? Rebecca? And like then you had like this moment of like face off where like in an anime they would just do like straight highlights
Yeah.
and you would hear the music swell.
It
Then
wasn't
a
as epic as you thought it would be.
and the fight happened.
Yeah, because we're inside Forever 21. I just see Rebecca like walking up. Then I'm looking at her. I'm like, "Hey, why don't you like?
Why aren't you recognizing me?
Well, yeah, because she like didn't recognize me at all. Cause
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like, "It's nice to see you without a mask."
Yeah, because I totally forgot. Most people don't see me without the mask.
Yeah. Because I text her later to see if she was going to
Ignore
come
my
out
dumb
with us.
expression.
That looks good.
Yeah, see, Steph looks good.
I was thinking of like straight bangs or like trying to do straight bangs, but then I also heard it kind of adds age to me, so I don't know how I feel about that just yet.
So yeah, I was texting her, and she's like, "Yeah, I saw Jordan without the mask. It was weird. I didn't recognize him at first. I'm like, yeah, that's why it works for Batman and like everyone else who wears masks. That's the point of the mask."
Yeah.
She's like, "You're right." I'm like, "I know."
But how well does the domino mask work, though?
I mean, works for Green Lantern.
That's true.
She was
and Nightwing.
And Nightwing.
If she didn't have prior engagement plans, she would have went with us.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Which would have been really fun.
Like, I don't think I really thought of it,
her.
but she would be really fun in a haunted maze.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we did Saturday night. The league here plus All Stars Jeremy and Gally with D-Lod, Ramon and Jennifer.
Also All Stars.
Also All Stars.
Yes, we'll tag them together as All Stars.
There you go.
Jen's only been on once, but
hey, now you're an All Star.
And yeah, it was us. So the 7 of us. We went to the Del Mar Scream Zone.
It was really fun.
Yeah. When we got to do 2 mazes and a hayride.
Which the hayride was really good.
The hayride is good.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the least scariest.
Yeah.
But like the work they put into it, like what did we go through? 8 to 10 alleys.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely different theme, each one totally dedicated to its theme. Like there's no slouching of it.
Yeah.
Each one had 3-4 actors in it.
Yeah.
Which
right.
like is the only thing that you could critique is like it could use more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like this is not like a horror company. This is a place that has just a lot of land.
Yeah.
That's all they
Land
have
to work with.
So they do this with it just to do something.
I did like how this year they made the carts lower.
Yeah.
So
they could get like
it's
right up in your ear.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to get real close to you.
Yeah.
Well, not touch you, but just like
I have a question.
real close.
Yes.
Do you think overall our cart was kind of a dud?
I think the opposite side of us was.
Yeah, definitely the opposite side was more duddy than our
but
side.
The 3 people in front of me, Jordan, and
in the
Jeremy
corner,
in the corner with us.
Yeah, they were cool.
That's probably why I didn't notice, because I was focusing on Steph and the people across from us.
Yeah.
So.
They seem to enjoy me getting scared.
Well,
it was
that's
funny
because
to
you're
them.
all-time Mark.
Yeah.
The girl next to me was also marky as hell too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I kind of felt like I would want the cart to be like 10-20% like more excitable.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like it's hypocritical of me to say because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But like I'm not getting scared.
Yep.
Like I am reactionary to what is happening.
Yeah.
And if they're not giving me something to react to, then I'm not getting anything.
Yeah.
But
do you mean the actors or just the people in our car?
I'm talking about the people in the car.
Yeah, that's fair.
The actors did their damnedest. They did well.
Yeah.
I liked it. Some of them were really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just like the car with so many people. I was wondering if you guys maybe had a similar opinion.
Well, let's see. Because like last 2 years ago when we did it, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago when we did it, the cart was higher, so then it wasn't like they could really get that close to us. And then we also had a lot of kids in our cart.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had kids and younger kids that were afraid,
right
so
on.
There was more of the reaction and almost crying and terrifiedness from them.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
child tears.
And then
tears of
and then
children.
the people with us were more
more adults, young, you know.
I know me and Gally thought that that the person in charge of us would have been like more fun and enthusiastic.
Oh yeah, like she would
because we kept looking at her from afar. And she's like, she's smiling. She might be cool. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
she doesn't really
especially
react.
Since the guy who was in the cart ahead
looked real fun.
No, I saw one that looked like no fun.
Oh, never mind. I saw one that was really fun.
Like I guess maybe they're not really supposed to interact much.
Yeah.
Like they just
it's not the Jungle Cruise. It's
yeah. But I think that would have been fun actually.
Yeah.
Like bring more to it. Keep something constantly going.
Yeah.
So like the minute between, as the tractor takes us between alleys, like things are still moving. Things are still happening.
I'm going to eat this real quick.
Yeah,
it is by the brand E.T. Eddie?
Sure.
Eddie?
Eddie, and then it says Sin, and I don't even know
It's
how
some
to
kind of
pronounce
cookie
this.
cracker?
But I'm assuming it's strawberry. It looks like a little pie.
Oh, a tart. It's like a little
there,
tart.
Yeah.
a little tart.
Did you not eat something before? You were just looking at stuff, or did you eat something?
Yeah, no, I've just been holding on to this
Okay.
and deciding what I wanted. This is the one.
We did the 2 mazes.
The House of Horrors was so good.
So good.
I kind of wish we did that last again, but
I
it's
do now.
okay.
I do in hindsight.
Yeah.
Because the second one, the chamber,
which
was startlingly short.
Yeah.
It wasn't horror. Like it wasn't.
It wasn't bad.
It
Not
wasn't
at
that
all.
it wasn't fun. It was
But
just
the
when it
first
was
one-
done, I was like, "That's it."
The first one was so much longer.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
even in the time that you spend inside. So like we go through, everything is great, and then suddenly we're out. We're like, "What? Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Like we stopped in the exit doorway, looking back, like, did we take a wrong turn?
Yeah.
Like, did we accidentally hit like the exit? But we are clearly at the intended exit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the House of Horrors, super cool.
So good.
You know, hit all the spots you wanted. Well produced,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of the reason why we even came back. Like we were so
Yeah.
impressed our first year.
Yeah.
Like we knew the Spookeasy wasn't going to be there, so we
Yeah.
weren't going for like that chill spot.
Yeah.
We liked the haunted houses.
Yeah. The funny thing was when we were going through the House of Horrors, and then we stopped at the house where Pennywise pops out. I thought that was the end of the maze.
Yeah,
But they're like, "Come right this way." I was like, "There's more."
yeah, and then there's not a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, I had the same thought when Georgie was out there.
Yeah.
And like kind of enticing us. I kind of thought like, here's our kind of soft ending. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna be lulled away, and then we go into the entire It movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna float too, and then float out of the gutter.
And then we get a 20-foot Pennywise. Like,
Yeah,
Dude, I was,
That was sweet.
surprised with like how big the things got.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because walking and seeing that huge Pennywise was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was.
What
ginormous.
is this?
It was really
Yeah, no,
cool.
that
I
one was
liked that a
really,
lot.
really fun.
I mean, realistically, 15 feet. Yeah,
Yeah. Probably
15
around
feet
there.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun. I'm still happy with the 34 price
34.
tag of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I had free tickets, but you guys paid.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you did.
oh, yeah. No.
Yeah,
it's
no, I
fine.
thought it was well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still the experience. I mean, I'm not going to take away from
Sure.
like just hanging out with you guys was,
Now,
that's fine.
let me tell you what else $34 can get you. So, Sunday.
That's what I wanted to do.
A hooker?
No,
Well, I
the
mean, not against
that 45-minute maze thing.
Oh, yes.
it
wasn't in my budget, but I wanted to do it so badly. That would have been
So,
so
I was
fun.
going to take the train up so I could take the train back Monday night.
Yeah.
All the weekend, I'm trying to get tickets, and for some reason, it just says something about your order cannot be processed.
Yeah.
I try and do it on my phone. I try and do it on the computer. Not working. Every time I do it on my phone, it gives me that message. Every time I do it
Yeah.
on the computer, it keeps auto changing the day to the 21st. Leave and come back the 21st. I'm like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, when I get down to the train station, I'll use the little kiosk. Like, it's got to work there, right? Like, I'm going to print this shit up.
Yeah.
So I take my Uber down there to find out the train is closed for the weekend.
Oh.
The entire San Diego stretch of train track is closed this weekend and next.
Wow, are they fixing it up finally, and that's why it's closed?
I didn't know there was a problem, but something nice. It's got to be maintenance orientated.
You'd have to assume.
Yeah. So now I have to drive, which I was not intending on. I wanted to chill. I wanted to chill and relax. I brought a stack of comics.
Yeah.
I was going to catch up on X-Men. Like I enjoy taking the train when it's not, an hour and a half late and it's 1 a.m. when I leave.
Yeah.
So I drive up and it's all fine. I get to Burbank. I go to House of Secrets. I hang out with Leland. Comics. So the plan Sunday night is we're going to go to Reign of Terror. This is what I've been talking about, the long-ass maze.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
$34 gets you in.
Yeah?
It is 115 rooms.
Wow.
That's a lot of rooms.
Now, let me specify, because that does sound like a lot of rooms, but it's kind of a trick of advertising. Every individual kind of cell is a room. So it's not 150 themes.
Yeah.
It's still only like 10 themes, but like when you turn a corner and you're in one spot, that's a room. Then you turn a corner in another spot, that's a room, so on and so forth.
That makes sense.
So if you apply that to the maze that we were in, even just like the hallway is technically a room.
Like the chambers, maybe 15 rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
The House of Horrors, maybe 20, 25-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still a lot. So 34, we get the VIP because it was only like $10 more, and we're like, well, fuck it. Well, that means we're going to be in the front of the line because we got there before it opened.
Yeah.
And it was an honest 30 minutes inside. Wow. It is over 2,000 square feet of horror maze.
Dude.
Essentially,
that's a lot of people in there, isn't it, then?
Essentially take a entire floor of like a JCPenney or a Sears and use all that space to build horror mazes.
That sounds awesome.
Is that like a Kohl's then? Ideally, like a Kohl's size? Wow.
Yes.
There you go. It's more visual for me.
Apparently
or like
she's
a
never
Target.
been to it.
Never JCPenney or?
Never a JCPenney shopper.
No.
Not everything Mackey's?
Nah.
Mervyn's?
Back in the day.
Nodstorms?
No. I'm more of a Nordstrom rack. And not even that. I'm more of a Ross and Marshall's girl.
That's a vast difference.
Yeah.
So we are in there for 30 minutes. The quality is, I'd say, a hair below Knott's level.
Oh, nice.
It is solid quality. It is like 8, I think it's like somewhere around 8 to maybe 10 different themes. Yeah. The rooms flow together so fucking well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it nearly builds a story. Like one theme kind of has kind of a transition room where it kind of tells the story about leading to like the next. You've got like the infected leads to the zombie, leads to the swamp, leads to like all of this stuff is super. Like the
cool.
Funhouse was the one that was like kind of weird, but the Funhouse,
the Funhouse is always just kind of odd.
The Funhouse I think came after the like the Cannibal Hillbilly, the Red Barn kind of place.
Yeah,
I think there might have been like one like creepy children's kind of room thing somewhere in the middle to transition. But yeah, it was so fucking rad.
God, that's so awesome.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah. I would have loved to do that.
Like I was looking at the calendar. They have a couple nights in the month they're going to do it with the lights on, and I would 100% pay to go again with the lights on because the set design,
see that. Yeah,
the set deck is so fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Notch level impressive.
With the lights on, what's the difference? They just the lights on and then there's still people there, or you can walk through and see it like
I think the people are
style?
still there. I think it's intended for the people who can't really handle too much scary.
Dude, that's still so sick to just
and
go
like,
in there.
They are tucked into like little corners or little like doorways. Like they are super smart. Like is very clear. Whoever designed it is someone who really loves them some haunted mazes.
Yeah.
It was so impressive.
So did you get scared?
Of course not. You know I'm made of stone.
What the fuck? I thought you were going to surprise me and be like, oh my God.
I was terrified.
Nope. Heart of stone. But fantastic to watch.
Well, that's fine.
Leland, Scott, and we'll say roommate Mike because it's just more PC
fair.
that way.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Mike?
Yeah, Black Mike. We all went together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to watch, at least Scott and Leland jump. At one point, I think we were in the swampy bog section, and we're going through, and they put me first to try and shield themselves.
I loved it.
Yeah. But as I pass, there's a dude on the ceiling who like I don't know if it was a trapdoor or something. Like I wasn't looking up.
Yeah.
But suddenly, like, half his body drops down and takes, like, a swipe at Leland. And it might have been the best scare of the night.
Oh.
Yeah. It was super, super fun. Everyone was all for it. And, like, we're in the first 5 minutes of people to go in. So everyone's fresh. I don't know what it looks like towards the end. But at one point, because apparently Scott... once, I think maybe at Reign of Terror, hit his head and got a concussion.
Oh, jeez.
The running joke was, Scott, watch your head. And at one point, you have to get down like half height to kind of crawl around a corridor.
Dude.
This is so crazy.
Yeah. It's like...
Is this Thousand Oaks? Was this Thousand Oaks?
Yeah, Thousand Oaks, yeah.
Similar to when we did the Spec Ops zombie shooting one.
Yes.
We had to crawl at one point.
Yeah.
Same kind of
thing. That's right.
Same kind of thing. And like we all got to duck down. So we're like, Scott, watch your head. And as we're going through, like I'm first, I yell it back. And some dude who we couldn't see jumps on the fence top and is like, Scott, watch your head. Like he's listening. I'm like, oh fuck! Like these guys are really into it. These guys
funny.
are here for the fun.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Super impressive. So not being done and not being satisfied with just that.
Oh boy!
Also in Thousand Oaks was a home haunt.
Oh,
from Murder House Productions.
I think Leland told us before or mentioned
MHP.
It before.
They knew about it.
Yeah.
So I'm
sounds
assuming
familiar.
May have said
ahead.
something. I know he posted something on his Instagram. Leland P13. I have pictures. I'll someday get to.
So I vaguely remember him talking about a.
Was
what
it
is
the Wendigo?
Huh?
Was it Wendigo?
I don't know the name, but I just remember him saying that there was a house.
There's a bunch.
Think like people with money who want to like make a haunted house, basically.
Thousand Oaks has money.
Okay.
Yeah. So we drive, because it wasn't very far at all. So we go to Murder House Productions. I say it again because, I mean, especially for a home haunt, this was super fucking impressive. Ooh. We go in, and the two running it, super friendly, and they're like, okay, here's the thing. You can only go one at a time.
Whoa.
And we're like, a word? All right, cool. I'm into it. Like, I enjoy most watching them get scared.
Yeah.
That is
the... That's a stomach hurt. Go ahead.
That's what makes me laugh. That's what makes my cheeks hurt.
Yeah.
That is the most fun. The second most fun, though, is the design and the layout and the build of it.
Yeah.
Like, so a perfect example is in this maze. So it's all Wendigo themed.
Okay.
So like Bigfooty kind of abominable snow monster kind of thing.
Yeah.
First episode of Supernatural.
I'll get there, guys. I'll get there.
Yeah.
It's like the first episode, like episode 18 in season 3.
Yeah. So you go in and it's all like camping. There's a tent that's all torn up. There's a lot of kind of creepy sounds. The first room or two.
This house?
I don't know. We only went through like the garage. But it makes it feel big, but it is also very short.
Yeah.
This is less than maybe 10 rooms.
Okay.
For a garage, that's huge.
It's a 2-car garage, at least. Yeah, it's like a 2-car garage. But well designed. And also it's small. The rooms are not big and the hallways are not big. So I think one of the reasons why they said one at a time is...
if there's too many people.
Yeah. You easily get crowded. So, a lot of scary sounds in the first, like, kind of room up to the fence, or I'm sorry, not the fence, the tent that is all torn up. Go through the tent, and then you're kind of in a open, like, woody area, and again, small. But from a blind spot, this girl comes out, like, camper looking. She got, like, flannel on, and she starts... what she's doing is transforming. Yeah. She's making like sudden movements, like werewolfing out. What it blew my mind the most, which impressed me the most, is the sound design. She is synced to the speaker. She is synced to the sound that is happening. So it keeps like bone crunching and snapping every time, and she moves in sync with it.
Nice.
Because nothing is actually happening to her.
Yeah.
She's got like fangs, she's got a little bit of makeup, but she still looks relatively normal. It's the body acting and the sound working with it. and I stopped to watch her completely go through like everything that it had.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to watch all of it.
Yeah.
Like I did not want to keep moving until like she snap, crackle, pop, and then I can tell she's done because she just kind of like yells at me, like she snarls at me, and then just kind of stares and growls. I'm like, oh, okay, now I can keep going. This was done. I get it.
Roar!
Yeah.
You gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of here.
Go around another corner, and a more like Wendigo-y, like hybrid person pops out of a blind corner. Looks real cool, like mask and like a nice costume.
Yeah.
Real cool. And there's like a carcass of some animal on the wall. I'm like, oh, right on. Like he comes out and like, rawr! And I'm like, ha, look at you. And so I see him, I absorb it, but now I'm trained by the last girl, don't stick around too long. So I turn, like, ah, man, that was awesome. And all of a sudden, something wet hits my back.
Oh,
and I'm like, the fuck was that? I turn around, and he's got his hand inside the carcass.
Yeah.
And he's like doing something, and it's squirting like water with a red light on it.
Yeah.
And
that's still kind of cool.
He pulls out a heart and starts like chewing on it.
Yeah.
As I look back at him, like, all right, yeah, fuck, that was rad. That was real rad. Turn another corner. I guess I'm giving this whole thing away.
It's okay. Like we're even gonna get to see it.
I don't even know if we have anyone in LA who listens other than Leland. 5 weeks late. And then the last one is just a big kind of puppet of a full like Wendigo, and it just kind of yells at you. But it's in such a closed space, I didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
Like I turn left and I don't see a door. Now, I remember back in the room, they said, you do have to bend down at some point, so I hope that's okay. I remember, I look down and you got to crawl away. You got to crawl away from the giant puppet Wendigo.
Yeah.
And I go out. Like, this is a free haunted house.
Yeah.
Was there lines of people trying to go in?
Not really. There was a group who went in as we arrived. There's a group who came in after we showed up. And because we're a group of 5, like, we took a while because 5 people individually.
Yeah.
What they told the last person, Scott was the last to go through, they told him, you don't actually have to go one by one. We're just fucking around.
Oh.
But I do think it was better that way. Yeah. As much as I would have liked to watch them.
I think I would at least try to do at least 2 people.
Yeah. Because I'm the first to go. And as I'm standing there, my crew all comes out and we're talking about it. Like we were standing out in the driveway like, man, that was so cool. This. Yeah. And then I see like 2 girls come out. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. What happened to the one rule? Like, were they too scared? Did we make an exception for these 2?
Yeah.
And that's when like Scott stepped up. I was like, actually, no, they just said, for fun.
That's funny.
Murder House Productions.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Not to be done, we go back to Burbank.
Oh my God.
For another house haunt.
All right, Leland, you're an addict.
Yeah.
God, that'd be so fun.
This was a real good weekend. I'm feeling body tired, soul filled.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I love it.
This one had a line. We waited 15 minutes or so. It was a whole World War II era, like 1940s ship down Kraken thing going on.
God, I think I need to live in LA.
Right.
I mean, I don't mind the drive.
It was super cool. Not, my opinion, not as good as the Murder House Productions one. Still very cool. Clearly people who like do this a lot, who like it a bunch. They had like their shticks going. There's like one kid in there like just yelling at us, what are you doing here? You gotta leave. And then he's working a tentacle arm, as soon as we walk by him. It was super, super rad.
I would have loved to. Oh,
yeah.
Too awesome.
I think that one was called the Rotten Apples. And yeah, like these people do it every year. I've got a picture. They had like a maybe 10 to 12 feet tall, like bow of a ship just pointing out, and then like the front like cockpit end of an old bomber like off on the roof on the side, and again in their garage. Like they expanded out to their driveway, but like everything was in their garage.
I think I vaguely had talked about someone near where I live. It's like a frat house, and they always decorate every year.
Oh yeah.
Like last year, it was like an alien themed one with like kind of Stranger Things vibe.
Cool.
We drove by it, I think, on Friday.
Yes.
Before heading back to my house, just to see what theme it was this year.
Yeah.
And I can't really tell
exactly. Ghouls and ghosts.
Okay, I couldn't really tell exactly how it was.
Stuff. Yeah.
But they had brought like the standard gazebo style cabana type thing all the way to almost like where the sidewalk is.
Yeah.
And it's filling up the whole, like from the the driveway up to the garage. And then to the side of the house, they almost made like a panned, like, basically, I don't know how to describe it, but more or less you'll see a silhouette. It's enough to cast off a shadow of somebody's silhouette for who's ever in front of the house.
Oh, right on.
Yes, I think the idea is, at least for the trick-or-treaters, they have to go through a haunted house to get to the candy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never had anyone do like... what is it? Like a straight on like actual haunted house type deal at like my neighborhoods when I was little.
The one for me that I'll never forget.
Oh, the most I ever got freaked out on was there was like a table, like a small little table in front of the house, and it had the bowl of candy and it had a hole in it, and then it had the flashy lights. So we walked up to it. And then all of a sudden,
first time you touched a dick?
This head comes out like Nosferatu. Was it Nosferatu?
Oh, okay, human
looking
head.
like looking head,
like monster vampire.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I didn't want the candy anymore. I just went down the stairs and stayed at the driveway because this was scared. I mean, I'm still scared, but this was even more scared Stephanie that couldn't handle things like that.
But Steph, Nosferatus do a lot of magical damage in Vampire the Masquerade bloodlines. Though
they are stronger with magic.
But then if anyone sees them, they freak the fuck out, so they just can't.
Maybe that's why he freaked out, because he saw me.
Real monstrous looking.
Yeah.
One thing I did learn this year between Reign of Terror and the Rotten's Apple, the Sea House.
Yeah.
Is if you fuck with the floor, it really will kind of put you on edge. In the Rotten Apple or in the Reign of Terror, there were several rooms where you had to walk like over a bridge, and the floor would sink with you as you walked. So like you suddenly had to like be careful of your steps. And I'd say almost half of the ship was slanted because the ship was like sinking or something.
Yeah.
Like it was being pulled under by this kraken.
Yeah.
So like you're leaning and you're trying not to fall over.
That's funny.
Yeah, like
that's awesome.
When we went to Not Scary Farm, I think last year. Yeah. In the depths, the one where it starts.
Oh yeah.
In a mine.
They fucked with the floor.
Yeah. Like when you're in the ship, they fuck with the floor.
Right
yeah,
on.
that's
but
right.
They didn't do it this year though.
I do remember that. I think you would have really loved like at least even the outside of what the depths looked like last year, because
it was the same this year.
Same as this year?
Not
outside?
Really. The outside they made it straight it looked more of a like what do you call that? Leland kept saying it. I can't think of the term. The bayou.
The bayou.
Bayou?
Because they had the little bridges you can cross. They didn't have that this year.
Or are you thinking of the swamp one we went to 2 years ago?
Whichever one we went to.
Which was the bayou.
Yeah.
You talking about the bayou, girl?
Did you go to the bayou ever?
I went there 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I was there.
Yeah, 2 years ago, that's when they had Trick or Treat. They had the bayou one.
Trick or Treat. The bayou.
Red Barn.
Red Barn.
We did the zombie thing.
The thing with the zombie.
Shut up.
Pew pew pew.
Shadowlands.
The Shadowlands.
Shadowlands
Ride.
is still good.
The Dark Horizon.
Okay, what was that one?
Excuse me?
I got a little too French. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm practicing my Cajun. I have a Cajun character in the D&D on Mondays.
Is his name Gambit?
No.
Is there...
It is the default, though.
Yeah.
I found out, though, if you go too fast, you start sounding Mexican. That was the key to Cajun. Slow it down.
Yeah. It not you, it Gambit.
God, I love that so much.
I know every time we pass by Mission Valley, I see the slaughterhouse, and I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Why don't you
The
go
one
to-
at Mission
why
Valley?
don't you go to
I want to go to it.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Okay. When would you like to do that?
Whenever.
How much is it? We
I don't
can
know.
figure that out.
How long is it staying out for?
I think till Halloween.
Probably till Halloween.
That's a Thursday. So
What's your birthday? Your birthday is Friday or Saturday?
Thursday.
my birthday's actually
The party. I'm
Halloween.
sorry, the party.
Saturday.
Saturday. We can do it Friday. I mean, if y'all ain't got nothing going on.
I mean, we're decorating, but
Yeah, it's just.
We could do it Wednesday if they're open.
You mean tomorrow?
Yeah.
Absolutely not, because I'm going to work from home tomorrow.
oh yeah.
Oh, good point. Good point. Sunday? Well, it'd be Sunday night, so I don't know if you'd still be in town. You might go back home to recharge before coming.
I mean, it's not going to be like an all night thing.
No, but
So
it's a thing. It is a thing at night. It won't open until like 7.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure Friday we were supposed to do this freaking LED run.
The black light run.
We were supposed to do a black light run. And then we decided, because it's on Saturday, and Saturday is our party, we're not going to go anymore.
Like, we registered for this like months ago.
Yeah.
Let me explain the thing I don't like about those the black light runs.
Yeah.
Running.
Yeah, the running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Steph.
Sorry.
Step all over my joke.
We actually had the coolest theme. We were Boba Fit. That was our team name.
All right, so but there's no like costume part kind of to it. There's
No.
All right, so it's just a clever name.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But in Claremont.
I'm into it though. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
But we have like this package that we're supposed to pick up, which is like our light stuff, and then I think we get a shirt.
Well, yeah, we got a shirt, and then I paid for like a hat or something.
Yeah, and Jordan actually paid for gear. And since we're not running, the merch is actually in Convoy on Friday. So that's a for sure thing we have to do.
Yeah.
If we
right.
want to throw in this haunt,
Yeah, I mean,
that could possibly
because
happen.
whatever time is the thing we have to pick up the stuff, we could go there, pick up the stuff, then go over to Mission Valley.
Yeah.
Like for real, I never do enough.
Yeah.
Like this might top out for the new most in a Halloween season, but still not enough.
Yeah, like I think the most we ever did was when we went to Six Flags, then we went to
Then we went to
Universal.
Knott's, and then we did Universal.
Yeah, we did all those.
That was
three.
the
Yeah.
most on like haunts that we
God, I
did.
wonder if San Diego has many house haunts.
I'm sure we could look it up and
Yeah,
find out.
that's something we got to look at.
We got to
I mean,
just.
there's the haunted hotel.
No, that's closed. That's
They
what
closed it officially?
That's what the Mission Valley thing is. It's essentially moved and rebranded.
Really?
It's because it's the same group.
Oh,
The
okay.
Haunted Hotel was the same as Scream Zone, and Scream Zone is the same as the Mission Valley Disturbance or Deliverance or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
There was a year that Roseanne went to Scream Zone, which I wish I went that year.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of the rooms, or a few of the rooms, was Saw themed.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, man, I would have freaking loved to have seen that. Because she said it's the part in Saw 1 where you walk in and the body's in the middle of the room, and
Right
you're in the
on.
bathroom and you have to try to get out, basically.
cool.
And there's like a bathtub and all that. And I was like, dude, that would have been so sick. And then, of course, the last room that you go into is just a room full of clowns.
That's,
And I was
as
like,
you
that
do.
sounds,
Yeah.
As
that
you do.
sounds, you know.
What about the haunted trail? Would you do the haunted trail? That stupid thing.
I've never done it, but off what Jordan said, I think, you know what? I think it's always too crowded, too, that they kind of rush it, and if you're walking, you see everything that happens.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
From what I've
trail,
heard.
You could see, okay, there's the scare zone, there's the scare zone, there's... Like,
yeah, that's kind of the thing about the
It gets
trail
so
that I keep
spaced out.
hearing is like, it's fun because it's Halloween and monsters, but like if you have a high taste for mazes,
Yeah.
it's not going to do it.
It's like, oh, we have to go inside a bus? Oh, let me guess, there's a dude hiding on one of the seats.
It's basic, and there's so much space you kind of see everything coming. And
Yeah.
you never feel trapped or in danger.
I did Haunted Hotel 2014.
Yeah, I did it
and that was like
time ago.
my first time. That one was interesting. Mm-hmm. I remember specifically.
Was it still just going through different movies?
Not really. I don't think so.
I did. This was a long time ago.
There was like two things I vaguely remember. Yeah. I remember a room with a girl that kind of looks like a. She kind of looks like a mannequin girl, but the room is it's like black and white diamonds, and she's getting like surgery on her, or it's like dentist or something like that. I forget. But I just remember it was the same thing. It was just she was just like, I like your teeth, or what, I don't know. She was just yelling that she liked my teeth and she really wanted them. And I was just like, no, please don't. No, thank you. And then I just walked away. I remember one of the rooms I really, really, really remember was it was a subway. Mm-hmm. You walk in and it's like a subway.
Enclosed.
Yeah, or like a bus with the handles and everything. And then there's just people standing in there. And you have to walk through the people to get to the other open door, which is really intense because it was kind of swaying a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So then it's just like you kind of have to move through these people that are in there. Mm-hmm. And they're all really still. They're not like trying to grab you, and that's what's scary because you don't know.
You're just waiting like one of these people is going to do it.
You don't know when it's going to happen. Be? And then for the most part, I was pretty good on handling it. Even though I'm like super scared of cat. But I do remember the way that it ended was there's like 3 guys with chainsaws that are supposed to chase you up the stairs because you have to go up a staircase.
That seems like a bad idea.
I know. So they started revving their chainsaws and I was like, oh, please no, I don't want to have to run. I'm just going to take my time. And then he just stayed behind me, like continuing to. Oh!
Steph's response to scary monsters coming at her is to politely decline their
no,
requests.
Thank you. Please, no, thank you. I'm sorry, no, thank you. Next time, please, next time.
So, in Mission Valley, it's called The Disturbance.
All right, The Disturbance.
And it's 3 different haunts.
Oh, it doesn't look like 3.
There's the Haunted Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Kill Billy Chaos.
Okay.
And 3D Freak Fest.
And they're all in the same spot.
They're all in the same area.
It does not look like they could fit 3 unless they're all
I thought it was one big thing, but I know when you do drive by it, it almost looked like there was like a batting there's cages that resemble like a batting cage. But I feel like that's something similar as like the caged room we went in with the infected.
The area is all fenced in to protect it.
That too.
Oh, okay. So the 3D Freak Fest, and it's like when we were at Escape, where you have to wear the 3D glasses.
Oh yeah, one of those.
To a room and it's like a bunch of like 3D.
Yeah.
I had fun when we did that for a rave.
With like black lights and stuff. Yeah.
For a rave haunted house. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Right on.
I thought it was really fun.
Okay.
The colors are really trippy.
So then, you guys want me to move forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Monday for Leland's birthday.
Shit, I didn't greet him.
You didn't greet him? Oh,
No.
you didn't say happy birthday to him.
I didn't say happy birthday to him. Was it already passed?
It's okay. Today's actually his birthday.
Oh, perfect.
We went to Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I go Disneyland.
Yeah. I go Disneyland.
The thing I've been like promoting for fucking weeks. Finally went to Batuu, the Star Wars land. It is fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
You are completely removed from Disneyland.
Whoa,
if it wasn't for the people walking around like
wearing Mickey Mouse hat.
It would feel like completely foreign.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, all the walls and everything are very high. All of the the mountain scenery. Yeah, it pretty much blocks everything out.
Yeah.
From like one space, you can kind of see the top of the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
But it's super cool. It's like all the employees are in character. Yeah. At one point, we were waiting for some friends because we were going to go into the cantina, which you need a reservation for, and we had 2 that were running late. And we're like, they're just coming through Fantasyland. And this little girl who I was talking to about her porg, she said, I don't think I know that system.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see how I have to talk to you.
They're a few parsecs away. How's that?
It's super cool. One thing I did not know and discovered that through the Disney app.
Yeah.
When you're in Batuu, they have their own section of the app that has like mini quests and translation. Like you can put your phone up with the camera and it'll translate the galactic common all over the place. Yeah.
That's really cool.
There are little QRC codes that you go around and you scan for, like, you're building like a profile more or less. Yeah. So it has like gear or when we did the Millennium Falcon ride, it was I had a side quest with Hondo, and so like I got pirate title for doing it.
Oh, sweet.
So it's like even more immersive. We didn't even do a lot of that. I just did what I could while we were kind of walking around.
Yeah.
The stores are all specific. There are, like, there's one that's like a bazaar. So there's one little store just for like stuffed animals. So it looks like a little like pet shop.
Yeah.
There's another one for like toys, and it's like kids' toys.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like basic. Like some of them are just wood carved toys. So it's very, I mean, it's cool in that way.
Yeah.
We tried a lot of different foods and drinks.
Oh.
Got some blue milk, got some green milk.
Which one do you like more?
I like the green one better.
Okay.
I don't mind the blue, but they're both thick.
Yeah.
And not thick in a way of like viscous.
Yeah.
Like milk.
Whoa.
I mean, but it is creamy. But you ever have like a yogurt drink, like a Calpico or something?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
And then put like in a blender with the ice, like margarita.
Yeah.
And drink it. Like, for a dude with a beard, or essentially 4 dudes with beards.
Yeah.
There was some dripping action off of our face that we just could not control. What else? We got, I forget the name of it, but some popcorn that was chocolate. Okay. It was it tastes like Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That sounds delicious.
Inside the cantina, I had a Jedi mind trick. Rex from the old Star Tours is the DJ in the cantina. He played one kind of remix of that song, and that was it. And it was only like part of it.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there at the bar. It was me, Scott, Leland, and Brian and Monica. I don't know if you've ever met, but Leland is spoken of. And we're sitting there talking, and like, why does the cantina song play in the cantina like every 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, why is it not just like so pronounced? Like, that's kind of why we're there.
I mean, it would probably drive the employees crazy.
I suppose. Once an hour.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, once an hour would make sense.
And I was saying, like, once every 3 hours.
Yeah. Maybe
4 hours. They play the Slice Noodle song from the Jabba the Hutt Palace.
Yeah.
Like once every like 4 hours. It's a treat if you happen to be there.
Yeah.
But they're hardcore in line. They're like 2 drink maximum, 45 minutes, and then you gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, shit.
All right.
So you just gotta keep drinking, or you gotta go?
I mean, if we kept drinking, we all took our 2 drink maxes. We had some of the appetizers that they had. I had a Jedi mind trick, which was like a vodka and some other kind of like 2 different kinds of vodkas and some juice. I forget what the cider was, but it was just Angry Orchard and Fireball.
Ooh,
okay.
Only all of it was red.
Yeah.
Instead of like a Fireball kind of makes it a little reddish. One of us had a Bantha something. It makes your lips and tongue numb.
Oh, wow.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. None of us got it, but we saw one where they would take a little hand torch and like burn some like rosemary or something and put it in the drink. I don't know what was going on with that one.
Absinthe. It was just absinthe.
That'd be cool. The canteen is not large.
Yeah.
It's really small.
It is pretty small. Mm-hmm. Like it is, I'd say maybe slightly smaller than your average Denny's. if not like
I see what
as
you mean.
big as the smaller Denny's that you'd be into.
That's a good enough size for it.
For a Denny's,
yeah,
not for a Disneyland attraction.
Yeah, because that's only how long was the wait?
We had to get reservations.
Yeah.
So then we checked in with our reservations, and then we waited for about 20, 30 minutes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you didn't have reservations, then you're boned.
You're not going.
Yeah, then you're not going to get in. Or like maybe if you make reservations with them that morning, you might get in that afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, like it seems short-sighted.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to want to go to the Cantina.
That's true.
This is the place where they serve alcohol. This is the only place where they serve alcohol here. Like outside of Club...
at Disney?
Outside of like Club 33, it's the only place in Disneyland that serves alcohol.
Yeah, because everyone else walks over to California to do it.
Correct.
Is that journey even a ways when people do that? Or is it really right
depends
there?
how deep into Disneyland you are. California is next door.
Yeah, if you're like all the way in like Storybook Land, then it's a long walk.
Okay.
It's a long way to go from Toontown.
I always see people like hop back and forth like
here's
alcohol and there.
It's close enough to do.
And there.
It's close enough to do for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna lead on your okay.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising that it wouldn't be bigger because I mean they have the real estate.
Well, I mean they sort of do. They can't go very far.
Was it as crowded as you can imagine when you went?
I mean, it wasn't slam packed. And my perception of it is like, oh, this is always how Disney looks.
Yeah.
But we were there on a Monday.
Yeah.
The week after Columbus Day.
Yeah.
And it was still pretty busy. Like everyone else was remarking, like, wow, why is it so busy today? Like, why aren't these children in school?
Because they want to go to Disneyland too.
I go to Disneyland.
We did the Millennium Falcon ride twice and waited maybe an hour the second time, which was like after the Cantina, like mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
We did. We fast passed Haunted Mansion and Big Thunder Mountain,
but definitely not like a whole day dedicated only to Star Wars area.
We kept popping in and out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went there first because really, it's kind of all I cared about.
Yeah.
Everything else was going to be gravy as long as I can get to Star Wars Land and like check all of it out.
Yeah.
So we went in, saw some of it, bounced out to go to Haunted Mansion, went back in. We did our lightsaber ceremony, which was super fucking cool.
Yeah.
As I thought, as I assumed. Going in and doing the whole process takes like 15 minutes or so. They're all in this, like everyone's in this like reverence of character.
Yeah.
The reverence for the process, for the lightsaber, for the history of it.
Yeah.
The woman who was kind of giving us the big initial speech and then like the speech through like the first ignition. The lights in the room change as she kind of talks about one thing to another.
That's kind of cool.
And as I kind of thought, I had a feeling I was going to get a little emotional in Star Wars Land.
Yeah.
Either being in it, which seeing the Millennium Falcon full size definitely made me... I don't know the word because I'm not familiar with these kind of feelings.
Like choke up?
Not choke up. But
you felt your
swell,
heart swell, yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
like,
it really made my heart swell to see it, to be so close to it.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could touch it.
Yeah.
But what's very cool is when in the Millennium Falcon ride, right before you go into the ride itself, you essentially walk onto the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
So like that weird kind of padded wall kind of corridors.
I've seen a lot of people
the chess
post
table
stuff.
is there. I've
Yeah.
got some pictures of me at the chess table. Like it's a reasonable facsimile, but to see all of it on the outside and the chance to actually go follow through, like that'd be amazing. But that's just not what happens.
Yeah.
So we're in the ceremony. I'm the only one making technically a Sith lightsaber.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going with a lot of a lot of the old Republic styles, which are kind of more of a fancy, elegant one.
Yeah.
It was me and one other little kid who had the purple sabers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the only one who's making like this Sith one. And they have you step back, the lights go dim, and the woman's kind of talking, and then the room turns green, and Yoda talks to us. Yoda gives the speech of how even, as a part of the Force, he can sense in the room there's a lot of strength inside the Force. And he's talking about how he speaks, in the second person. So he's speaking to all of us in kind of a direct way.
Yeah.
And he's saying, you will do great things, and, with the Force on your side and all this stuff, like you will accomplish all this stuff. And I'm like, fuck. And I felt a little choked up.
Was it like actually Frank Oz's voice?
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, it is very close.
Yeah.
But like he gives our message, and then our lightsabers are plugged in.
Yeah.
And we all go in, ignite, and we all lift at the same time. We all hold it up together.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There is a video of it. One of our buddies filmed Leland and I as we were standing next to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll ever see it.
Yeah.
Hopefully sometime soon. I'll cut I'll cut it down because it's. Yeah. I'm not gonna put 15 minutes up. But yeah, fuck. It's so cool, and it's $215.
Well, yeah, it's an experience.
Not cheap. Yeah, but and the experience is what really puts me over the top. Because I've seen a lot of, cool lightsabers, and they run like 100, 150 for, like very cool ones.
Yeah.
But the kind of customization and the immersion of it is what makes me feel fine to spend $215.
Yeah.
Now, I worked a 50-hour week in 3 days so I could afford this trip. So it's not like I have this to spend, but I did specifically work to get it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Both of you held a lightsaber. Like, it's hefty.
Oh, yeah.
It is quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's going to shatter in your hands.
No. And you've got a combat stick.
Yeah.
You can whack people with it. I got the purple kyber crystal because in the initial offering, you only have blue, green, purple, red.
Yeah.
Then I went and bought a white crystal because that's the one I wanted in permanently. And I haven't switched it out yet, but that's what this is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to see what the kyber crystals look like.
It is a glowing crystal that Anthony is holding in his hand.
No.
It's kind of blinding to look at.
Careful, it'll get hot in your hands.
Oh!
I said be careful. So I'm going to swap that out. And it's cool because every part, as you kind of build it, is reactionary. So when you put the kyber crystal in, they say you do it right when it sings to you. Yeah. And it's just kind of a whirling.
That's awesome.
It's a whirling kind of coo that it'll do.
That's cute.
And as you put it together, if something is wrong, it'll make a specific sound. If I don't have the blade in, but the switch turns on, because I walked all day with it attached to my hip.
Yeah.
Leland and I had belt clips
to
wear it around like we're fucking the biggest nerds.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I walked all day, but I have a very exposed switch.
Yeah.
So it kept getting kind of touched and turned on.
Yeah.
So I would just hear this like crackle. There's like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go and turn it off again.
It's not like, what is it? Like you won't get it all banged up if you.
I kept my hand over it, so it wouldn't.
So you're
swing.
shielding it at least.
Yeah, I was also shielding it. Especially like if I'm in tight spaces or there's a child around.
Yeah,
I don't need it swinging around. Because mine hangs off of a hook and D ring. Yeah. So it can get a lot of swing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The specific pommel that I chose had that. Leland had a kind of disc that slides in, so it did not move nearly as much.
Okay.
I do have a soft bruise spot on my hip
from it,
from not from the impact,
but just rubbing, or?
not the impact of the swing, but of the weight kind of pulling down on the clip.
Yeah.
So it's actually it's high up on my hip, just below my belt.
Yeah.
So you just got a little.
Yeah. So I get a little sore spot. It didn't turn purple or anything. It's just a little sore.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck. Like
That's awesome.
it was so cool.
Yeah.
Leland and I, we went back later at night so we could get a photo of us with the lightsabers in front of the Falcon at night with a good glow going on.
Yeah, you need to show that picture.
As soon as I get them.
Yeah.
I took a lot of photos of like the scenic stuff, cool stuff like that, night and day and night, because it. I mean, if you got to go at one or the other, go at night.
Yeah,
like it lights up. It is so cool. The Falcon is better at night.
Yeah.
I would like to at least see it like.
I mean, see both.
Yeah,
but like
at least do it both.
But yeah, I would definitely say do it both because
I'd like to get there
different.
Like 5:00, so it's still light out, but then
Nah, man. Daytime and nighttime.
So like noon.
Don't cheat yourself at sunset.
So like noon.
Okay, yeah.
Noon, and then you still got it. It's high enough where you get a good lit area.
Yeah.
And then
there is not a lot of shade in Batu. It is a 3-sun system. There's not a lot of shade. You'd think they would put some more shade in there. The bazaar is shaded, but that's about it. So, for a 95-degree day,
it's hot.
And I foolishly I need protection, wore a long sleeve shirt all day.
Yeah.
I figured, if it gets too hot, I'll buy a shirt. I'm sure I could find a shirt I'll be happy with. But I didn't want to get like my arms all burnt up.
Yeah.
That's
my
fair.
face got a little red, but I did put sunscreen on this time.
Yay!
Yeah, not a thing I
job,
always do,
Anthony.
even though I always burn.
Good job.
But the Millennium Falcon ride is so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is 6 people in the cockpit, and everyone has a job.
Ooh.
So you are doing stuff.
Yeah.
You have the pilots in the front seat, gunners in the middle seat, and engineers in the back. Now, if you don't really feel like doing much, you take the gunner seat, you got one button, and you can literally just hold it the whole time.
Yeah.
But the ride is Hondo gives you a mission.
Yeah.
They made a deal. You can use the Falcon for the mission, and you're going to go to Corellia to steal a shipment of coaxia from the Resistance. So you fly to Corellia. You're in like big industrial. Corellia is essentially just one big shipyard.
Yeah.
So the pilots, one flies left, right, one flies up and down. So you got to work together.
Oh, interesting.
And you're zipping around, and it's not like if you don't do anything, you will crash.
Yeah.
You do have to.
So is there actually a fail state?
Maybe. We got.
I don't.
You are scored.
Yeah.
But like we are also trying.
Yeah. I want to be that guy. That
I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out. The first time we went, we had 2 like bros, and they got the pilot seat. So we're like, all right, well, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I was a gunner. I'm like, all right, well, this is cool, I guess. I can see which laser is me when I take the button off.
Yeah.
But yeah, you zip around. You're following this freighter, and you are shooting TIE fighters. You're harpooning the crate, and then shooting the couplers off. And both times we got 2. We've heard that you can get 3. So if we do better, then assumably we could get more.
Yeah.
The first time we went, we got like a 31%. The second time we went, we got 47, I think.
Huh.
And the second time we went, it was 5 of us and a single rider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very much our group. Leland and I piloted. The engineers are essentially fixing the things that go wrong.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a lot more buttoning that you
sounds
got to do.
fun.
If something lights up, press it. That's essentially the basis of it. But it's so cool. You pull the lever and go into hyperspace.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. The queue for it is cool. There's a lot of stuff to look at. If you have the app, you can translate everything on the walls.
That's kind of cool.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I am so in love with it.
Yeah.
See, I know for sure I wouldn't have an impact as like you guys would, being fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just I'm not educated on it.
And you just don't like sci-fi, right?
Yeah, apparently I don't like sci-fi.
Or fiction in general.
Yeah, or fiction movies or anything
like
fun.
You can't help but be impressed.
Yeah.
Like I defy the person who says that they don't think much of it.
Yeah.
Like you at least have to admire and appreciate the scale.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like,
the attention to detail is bananas.
Even though I'm not a fan. Because I'm not. I don't want to say that I'm a fake fan.
I feel like you would still appreciate like the set design.
Oh, of course.
That.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would still
and
appreciate
you can still have fun.
it for what it is.
Yeah.
I would still have fun there, hands down, regardless if I'm educated on it or not, or a fan or not. I would just be happy to be there and try things and get like a realistic perspective on what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
So I would appreciate that. And I mean, I've seen the newer movies to see what it's kind of referencing, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, it's set in the current trilogy.
Yeah, see? So then I have some idea.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there completely blind.
Yeah.
But it looks fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I also bought a deck of Sabacc cards.
Yeah.
Which is the main game. It's the game that Han and Lando play when Han gets the Falcon. When we came out of the lightsaber workshop, we had some issues with our lightsabers. So we kind of stuck around. And as we go up the stairs to leave, there's these two dudes just chilling on each side of the stairs. And they're like, hey, you want to play some Sabacc? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. So we go over to some tables and they teach us how to play Sabacc.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I had no clue how the game was supposed to be played.
Yeah.
I think I'll watch Solo now to see how close the game they play is to what we're doing, to what this game is. But essentially, it's very simple.
Yeah.
You have positive cards and you have negative cards.
Yeah.
And you want your hand value to be 0.
Okay.
So it's just math and colors.
Yeah.
So Leland had a real hard time with it.
Oh,
No.
right. Yeah.
Because he's bad at math and colors.
His art don't show that, though.
No, it don't.
It doesn't.
But he will ask people for a reference, like, hey, what is this color? But it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the other guy kept winning. We played 2 games and he won twice.
Yeah.
Which the second time, he clearly had it in his first hand.
Yeah.
The first round, because he just kept passing. We're like, okay, all right, we see what's going on. Well, we're going to play. You just sit here and wait to the end and win.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for like, it was like $16. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to get this.
That's cool.
They're cool, like, funky shaped cards, just like the box that you guys see.
That's awesome.
There's a crazy dice element to it.
Yeah, I saw that on the back. Like,
yeah. At the end of every round, you roll the dice, and only if you get a matching pair, you turn in your hand and get a new hand. So it can completely fuck you if you're like real close or something.
That's cool.
It's this random element of like anything could happen.
Yeah.
I would like to somehow
That's a nice added layer.
Yeah.
fit that. Will fit going to Disneyland even for just a day. Well, I mean that's how much usually people go for a day.
Leland got me the sweet deal of like $15 off, so I only paid $115.
Yeah, they always have like. I mean, sometimes at Costco they have deals, but it's not even anything as close.
Yeah,
as
it's
it's hard because of all the dates that they black out, and that's also what makes it complicated.
Yeah,
but I feel like if I could at least do that as like my last big thing for this year, I would want to do that.
Yeah,
I got 3 months. I got 2 months.
I'm not a guy who really is going to go for the annual pass.
Yeah.
Especially
God, no.
especially when they bumped up the prices to such an insane degree to get one.
Maybe if I lived in the area and it was more.
Yeah. I mean, if I had one living in the area, it's only because everyone I know had one.
Yeah, you gotta go with Leland.
Yeah. I like Disneyland a lot. It is a lot of fun. But I'm not the guy who's that into it who would go that crazy for it. I mean, they've got the other Star Wars ride is going to open in January, so I'm going to want to come back for that.
See, that already pushes my time back.
See, I would want to go like maybe during the winter, just so it's colder.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
I've
colder,
ever gone in the winter
and then they do the whole Christmas theme, and that's really pretty. That. But they kind of still keep that.
I've also never seen the Halloween stuff either. So
Halloween stuff is cool, and it's very specific. It's much more Adventureland. It's if you're within arm shot of the Haunted Mansion, then you see the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because I would like to go to Disneyland and see Jake Skellington doing his thing. That'd be cool.
Taking over the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Which we agreed that should happen the day after Halloween to be more accurate and not during Halloween, because it's essentially Halloween every day in there.
Yeah.
Except at Halloween when you make it Christmassy. It don't make no fucking sense.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. Don't make no fucking sense.
Still haven't watched that movie.
What?
That's right.
What?
That's insane,
Steph,
right?
I've never watched it.
You've never watched A Nightmare Before Christmas, ever, in your entire life.
It's so freaking crazy.
I mean,
you've seen parts.
I've seen parts. I've
You've
never watched it beginning to end.
Stephanie.
Yeah. I've never watched it beginning to end.
I gotta use your whole fucking name. Stephanie.
I know, we've discussed this.
Stephanie.
I've never watched it.
Aloysius Agnes.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget about Aloysius. I hope to God no one writes that down. Can't take my identity.
Put it on your Twitter bio.
Stephanie Aloysius Agnes.
It's just so it's so weird you haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
I feel like once you do, you would understand at least 3 of your friends' aesthetic.
As to why they always get
why we're so into Stripes.
Jack Skellington and Stripes. And I mean,
you'd understand
when I think Stripes, I think Beetlejuice.
And a little bit more.
Yeah. Corpse's Bride, I believe.
Corpse's Bride.
Corpse Bride.
Yeah, singular.
There's one corpse.
I want to say I've seen it, but I don't remember anything of it.
I literally have the DVD.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I own Nightmare Before Christmas, but
I mean, I feel like I should just put in the effort to buy it because I feel like I would just keep it after, but I don't know. Never watched it.
I mean, if I have it, it's on DVD, so you can keep that and buy me a Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah. Blu-ray
I'd be for that. I'm sure at this point it's not expensive.
Yeah. There's, what is it? The Night Before Christmas?
Yes, the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Nightmare
Two
Before
different things. The Night Before Christmas and The Nightmare Before Christmas are two different things.
Yeah.
The Night Before Christmas is The Night Before Christmas and All Through the House, Not a Creature Was Stirring, Not Even a Mouse.
Oh, okay.
That's not to be confused with The Night Before, which is the Jack Efron and Anthony Mackie movie.
Oh, that's true. Wait, so what is it?
Back from you.
Or was that Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
What?
What is it called? The Night Before Christmas? Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, are you talking about where one of them is going to die?
No, that's 50-50.
No. Or something's going to happen to one of them, and they're having like one last Christmas.
Yeah, and they're going to go. They're trying to go to a party, right?
That's
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That movie's a mess.
Which one was the Jack Efron movie then?
If I know.
Well.
So what was the movie called again?
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
It's only one movie?
All right, we have to fix this.
Yeah.
It's only one movie?
Yes,
just one movie.
I was just kind of hoping they would do that like movie theater thing where they show it.
They do.
Not
everywhere. The Ken probably will.
Wait, so when you're playing through those levels in Kingdom Hearts, were you just really confused?
You have no idea what's happening? You have no context?
We were just in Halloween Town, and there was these
who's this Jake
3 little things,
man?
and
why does he have a ghost dog?
An Oogie Boogie, or whatever his name is.
Yes, Oogie Boogie.
All right, we have to fix this. I cannot let this stand.
And that ghost dog, whatever the dog's name. Zero.
Ghost dog.
Ghost dog. Is that the only movies in the series? And then Corpse Bride?
Just the one. Corpse Bride is unrelated. Just more
it's
Tim
its
Burton.
Own thing.
Yeah.
Just more Tim Burton. That's all it is. They are not related to each other.
Yeah.
Oh. Then what's her name? That other girl? The blue
Coraline?
girl?
Sally?
Oh.
She's in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
That's Jake Skellington's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. See, Kingdom Hearts goes over a little bit of that.
It's not the same.
It's not the same
I'm
at
sure
all.
it isn't, but I'll get there.
God, I have a heart. I don't know why this is a thing that I am struggling with.
I don't know, man.
Such a of all the movies,
and of your generation, like I feel it came out and it got those people.
Yeah,
and then it disappeared for like 10 years, and then it came back and everybody's into it.
Yeah,
and
everyone's
granted,
into it.
The first time you were 5. Because I think it came out in 95.
Yeah.
You were fucking 5. I get if, like, this is not your thing from childhood.
Yeah, because it was scary.
There's like 2 movies that define my childhood.
But, like, your high school time.
Yeah.
Your high school time should be swimming in Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't know. Me and my ex didn't watch it. He already watched it, and I didn't care for it.
Oh, okay. That's a different thing entirely.
That's a whole nother can of worms we're not going to open.
Yeah.
There's 2 movies that define my childhood. The 89 Batman and A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Which one's the 89 Batman?
Michael Keaton.
With his pink
Joker.
lips.
Oh, with his pink lips.
Yes.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the Michael Keaton Batman with
I
Jack
haven't watched
Nicklaus
beginning to
Joker?
end.
Why are you shaking your head?
I haven't watched it beginning to end.
That I know I own.
Yeah, I haven't watched it beginning to end.
I know I own because I got a box set of those.
What about
The only Batman I can base things off of is Batman and Robin.
That's the one?
That's the earliest Batman
Because
movie for
that's
you.
the only one that I've watched.
You haven't even seen Returns?
You haven't even watched the Nolan movies?
Oh no, I've watched the new ones,
Okay.
but out of the old ones,
Yeah.
But you
Batman.
That's
Batman
the
and
oldest
Robin
Batman
is the one that
for
I can
you.
remember.
Okay.
Yeah. And vaguely the ones with the Penguin.
Returns.
Got it.
Okay, yeah. Batman Returns, and then
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. Which one's Batman Forever? Alicia Silverstone.
No,
Yeah.
no, Batman and Robin's Alicia Silverstone.
Well, I mean, she's in both.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in both.
I thought they
The funny
introduced her in
race.
They introduce her in one, and then
because Forever is with Val Kilmer.
Is Forever Kissed by a Rose?
No, that's 89.
No.
Kissed by a Rose?
Yeah, that's not 89.
I thought it was.
No, that's one of the Schumer ones.
Yeah, Forever.
I think it might be Forever.
Then I have seen that to an extent. Let's just say I've never watched them beginning to end in one go out of any of those movies.
And your most powerful memory is Bat Nipples. Got it.
Yeah. Which one is the one with Riddler? You know what? Why don't we just
Forever?
watch all the Batman
Forever.
movies again?
I have all of them.
Because Forever is Riddler and Two-Face. And then Batman and Robin is
I know
Ivy
Mr. Freeze,
and
Ivy.
I know of the characters in there. I don't remember.
Returns is Penguin and Catwoman.
Because what's his name? Robert
Pattinson.
De Niro?
What?
No. Who's
Tommy Lee Jones?
Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face, sorry.
Yes. And he's just doing Jack Nicholson's
And then
Joker.
Jim Carrey is Riddler.
Riddler.
Yes, correct.
I remember seeing the characters. I don't remember watching it beginning to end. So I'll just go through the series of watching the Batman movies. And then
all you need to know, there's a
the
scene.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I am all for scheduling a day just for the Batman movies.
Yes.
Like I think
Dude, I'm so
I think
down.
we should do the same similar event for Nightmare Before Christmas, but at least the 3 of us we watch it. Jordan and I will live tweet watching you watch it because we have the motherfuckers memorized.
Okay.
Except the names of the Schumer ones because they
we could
blend
totally
together.
do this like one day of the weekends.
Yeah,
right?
so we'll do it some Sunday or
On a
some
weekend or
Saturday or
something.
some shit. Yeah, I think this is a thing worth doing. Same thing, Nightmare, simpler, just one movie. And Jordan and I sitting flanking you will live tweet your reactions as you watch it for the first time in its entirety.
You know, one of the funny things is my brother called me randomly because he had just watched, I think it's Forever, and he goes, "Do you remember that scene when they're in the bank?" And then there's just one guy that goes, "Oh my God, it's acid! It's boiling acid!"
Schumer was going for a very Batman 66
Yeah,
kind of thing. It doesn't work. It's not. People don't want it.
Yeah.
I think there was a way to do it right.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it, and I don't think the time was right for it either.
Are we gonna watch in a specific order? Like
Yes,
chronologically?
release order.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin.
Because they're all one universe. It won't look like
More or
it.
less. Yeah, it's going to feel like 2 different worlds.
Okay,
2 distinct
Yes.
worlds.
okay, yeah. Because I've seen what goes before The Dark Knight? Batman Begins.
Yes.
Then The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Yep. Then The Dark Knight Rises.
Then The Dark Knight Rises. I've seen those.
Okay. That's fine.
Just not the older ones beginning to end. Clips. You can ask my brother. Clips.
You know what, if we
That's
really-
how I watched a lot of my movies.
If
Clips.
we really want to
day?
make a day of it,
Yeah.
a bat day of it,
Could get snacks.
of course we're gonna get snacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get snacks.
We do-
Get a little.
We do 89.
Good.
We do 89 to Batman and Robin, all four.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we do the Batman 66 movie.
Oh.
Just for like a very sudden turn.
Yeah.
But I think that one has to come afterwards. I think we have to do that
Sure.
after.
Yeah.
Are you taking notes on when this is
No.
gonna? Okay. We just have to remember this.
We just need to do this. We need the audience to encourage us and
Yeah.
remind us that we said we would do it, and hold us to it. Unlike some Olympic events that will go unnamed, that we didn't follow through on.
Let's shoot for November. Maybe not the first or second week of November.
Oh yeah, you'll be
I'm
gone
not going to be here for that. Yeah, let's shoot for November.
somewhere there.
We'll make it happen.
Sounds good. I'm down.
Bat day.
LORC does Bat Day.
We could probably do this at the house. I'm sure Marlon would want to partake in watching all of these.
Sure.
possibly.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's either that or we're all sitting on my bed.
You're fine. Either or.
I'd rather do it at your place 'cause I know what's happened to that bed. Well, what's happened on that bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Confirmed. All right. So everyone, hit us up on the social medias. Remind us, encourage us. Then remind us again that we said we would do it, and tell us how sad you'll be if we don't. This has to happen, both for the Batman movies. I think more importantly for Nightmare Before Christmas,
Yes.
but only slightly more importantly. Hit us up on all of our social medias, which are Facebook, Twitter, and you can find us on Instagram by searching LORC Podcast. Stephanie,
Yes.
what's our email?
LORCpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. And what would they tell us on the emails?
You could tell us stuff. What you like. What you don't like.
About us or about life in general?
About what we're doing. You can tell us about your life. We could talk about it if you want us to talk about it.
Since we can't see our iTunes reviews, write us a review directly in our email box, like Anna did.
It's not Jack Skellington. It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton. It's Skellington.
Steph has a skull painted on one of her nails.
That looks
They're all
suspiciously
Halloween
similar.
themed.
It doesn't have to be Skellington.
Yeah, it doesn't, but
I mean, it's a nail. You can only get kind of so far.
But
if it had a bat bow tie, then yeah.
Yeah.
I'd call her out.
But I mean, Jack's mouth is kind of stitched.
Not really.
Well, when I think about him, it's stitched.
Like it's weirdly like recessed to almost give the idea of teeth, but
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
I see what
because
you
weirdly
mean.
the skeleton has lips.
Yeah,
Yep.
he does.
Yep. Jordan?
I wonder what he was like when he was alive.
Do they ever go over what they look like alive?
Motherfucker. I never thought of that. Like, I'm pretty sure he's never
That's
been
why
alive.
I was really
Yeah.
confused with Corpse Bride
Like, was he
and
just born a skeleton?
Yeah, I'm
man?
pretty sure he was. I mean, they're all more or less like avatars of particular aspects of things. They didn't have a life and then die and go to Halloween
Yeah.
Town.
Yeah, see, if you look at his mouth, it always looks like it's stitched when his
Well,
mouth
that's
is closed.
how they draw it. But I mean,
Yeah.
pull up a cell or something.
Oh yeah, no,
Fuck
this
me.
looks horrifying when it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you never thought that?
I never thought of Jack Skellington being alive.
I have. I was like, he's a humongous head.
Huh.
Maybe he was just he's
You
the
know what's-
Pumpkin King. So
You know what's kind of horrifying? At Disney, when we were in the Haunted Mansion shop,
Yeah.
right next door was a meet and greet for Jack and Sally.
Yeah.
Seeing the
I think
human,
that one is scary.
yes,
That thing is
See-
horrifying.
seeing a human dressed as Jack Skellington with that weird, like
me look at it
bulbous head and like human jaw ish,
Yeah.
that is kind of
'Cause
horrifying.
Yeah.
I swear I've seen
It's-
people post pictures with them, and I was like, that looks strange.
Like you have a entire park full of giant-headed felt mascots. This is the dude that you want to show his mouth?
You know, the one game I wish I played on PS2 was the Night Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge, which is essentially
I kind of remember it.
two.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
It's apparently pretty good.
Right on. Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell the people all the places that you can subscribe to this podcast?
You can subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. Basically anywhere where you could get your podcasts from. We're everywhere that we can think of. YouTube,
also YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, Pocket Casts.
How do they search us?
You just look for it. League of Ridiculous Conversations. And
That's
not
right.
LoRC.
That's not going to work as well. Yeah, Steph's showing us a picture.
Oh, God.
It's horrifying.
It's not.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's crazy because you also see his like mouth open or mouth closed.
Like,
and it
why
just
is
doesn't
this
look...
the one costume that they're like, nope, no mascot head for this guy?
It's like maybe it would be more horrifying if it was.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Maybe it'd just be too hot for him, but I've seen people in full costumes, so I don't understand.
I mean, I get you need like a very svelte like shape.
Yeah,
but
it's like it's very alien-like.
It is
I don't
very
like it.
alien-like.
I don't like it.
It is very alien.
I'm surprised kids aren't horrified to see him. Are they
sure
not?
they are.
There
I'm
were
sure
not
they
a
are.
lot of small children in that line. It was a lot of like late teenage, 20,
Excited
30
that they're
somethings.
with Jack's
you know,
Yes.
one
skeleton
of
in
these
one
years,
A lot of people who would have tattoos of
Jackson.
of
Jack.
all the Disney characters too.
One of these years, I'm going to dress up as Jacked Skellington.
I wonder what the gang is. I bet there's a Disney gang for like Haunted Mansion and maybe Night Before Christmas specifically.
I remember that one picture that I remember that one character who was it was Boba Fett, but the back of his tank was basically the Haunted Mansion.
Oh yeah.
You remember that at
woman,
Comic-Con?
The woman who did that.
Yeah.
Some year. It was either Comic-Con or...
Yeah, she was a mashup of like the Haunted Mansion and Boba Fett. I forget what it was called. Like
I don't remember.
I forgot, but I took a picture of it.
Like
I remember.
steampunky and whatnot.
Yeah,
super
that
cool.
one was really cool.
Steph?
Yes.
If people want to also share their astoundment with you in not seeing any of the old Batman movies or Night Before Christmas, where would they reach out to you?
You can reach me on Twitter and Instagram. Tweet at me. I like tweets. Stephanoids. STEPHUHNOIDS. That's the same for Instagram. I don't know why I made it complicated. Go ahead, Jordan.
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear, Unified Branding. I'm on TikTok and Twitch.
Have you posted on TikTok?
No.
Okay.
Because I just don't know what to post.
Just checking.
Because I'm not funny. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
But I also know I would not feel good about anything. I can't post a fucking picture. How am I gonna post a 7-second video?
yeah.
Goodness. Oh, YouTube. Our Joker
yeah.
review is
Streaming?
up.
Oh, y'all fucking shirts.
Oh, that too.
Don't forget to pimp that.
Yeah, pimp all the things.
Yeah, if you want to, you could go to Amazon, look up Everyday Difficulty T-shirt, and buy my T-shirts and sweater. It says Everyday Difficulty. It's a design I made with my friends.
Yeah.
On YouTube, we have our Joker review out. Right now, it's on my channel. Steph is going to put hers up shortly. It's just us talking about the Joker movie, and then I have the Tetris effect playing in the background, so you have something to look at.
I'll probably just have a picture that you could stare at.
I saw the movie.
Did you?
I did. We don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't.
We had this discussion vaguely.
Yeah.
I knew I wouldn't put it on the podcast though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too much and it's repetitive.
That's fair.
But how do they find you? What is your handle?
Jordan is a bear.
That's right. You
On
did say
everything. Jordan is a bear. Unified Branding Bear.
Yeah, and if you want to touch Anthony's lightsaber, you can reach him at...
That's exactly what I was going to go with.
Really?
Yeah.
I got you.
Find me at Graph Fight Night on the Twitter and Spooky Spookington, SPOOKINGTON.
I honestly love it.
It's fun.
Shit.
I just wish I had. Man, we almost went the whole podcast, and I thought Steph wasn't going to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky Spookington on the Instagram.
Wait, I'm not supposed to look.
All right. So to close us out, Steph dropped the truthfully bomb. She's getting her bean.
Here.
got that bean in her hand.
She's showing us the bean.
All right.
Okay.
Eat that bean.
Bean could go 2 ways.
I think it's going to be good.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't look happy.
She's frozen. I think this is what happens when she gets a bad one. She kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't react anymore.
You know, I think this is stink bug.
No.
It's not good.
What's it taste like?
Is it vomit?
I think it's stink bug.
Does it kind of taste like toasted marshmallow?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Steph.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
That sucks.